AEW has just announced the unified title belt, and this, of course, is unifying the AEW International Championship and the AEW Continental Crown belt. And I'm not going to lie, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It might be one of the nicest belts AEW has, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of like it. Maybe on par or a little bit more than the AEW World title. Now, I'm not going to lie. I have a problem when new belts get released. I'm always super biased with them. Like when the new Intercontinental title came out in WWE, like initially, I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I soured on it a little bit, but this one is really nice. This is made by Red Leather. He's the maker of majority of AEW's belts. And this thing does look like it has custom side plates. And I might be wrong. I'm not going to lie. I don't watch too much AEW anymore. But I believe only the world title takes custom side plates. I think. I'm going to assume they're going to be switching that over completely now with new designs. But let's get into this belt. So as you can see, it is dual plated, which I like a lot. You have AEW at the top. It's got that clean AEW logo. They no longer have the busted up kind of aged look. I was not a big fan of that when AEW first got announced. I know why they did it. Like the rougher look does look good. But when AEW first got announced, it was a newer company. I thought everything should be clean. And then maybe once they hit like 5 years or 10 years, maybe they make the logo a little messed up. But I like that. Then in the middle, you do have the crown from, of course, the Continental Crown title belt, which I do like that a lot. I hated the AEW Continental Crown belt at first. Once again, that's the opposite of how I am with new belts. Usually that one grew on me quite a bit. Now you do have the Unified Champion. I'm not a big fan of the name. I'm guessing this is the name. Someone sent me this belt and I just ran down to make the video. Like I said, don't watch much AEW. But if this is the actual name of the belt, I definitely hope they rework this kind of like they did with the international title. I think it was the All Atlantic title at one point. Then they made it the international title. I'm hopeful that they maybe rework this name because Unified Champion, kind of a weird name for a belt. But the filler work on this thing is just absolutely incredible. I love all the little details. Looks like you have 2 lions, or that might be horses. It's kind of hard to make out on the other side of the crown. Also kind of like the TNT title with the gems in the middle behind the crown. Could have used maybe some red gems on the belt. I think that would have looked pretty good. And then the shape of the main plate is really unique. I like that a lot. Same with the side plates. Now I have seen, from the few comments I've seen on this belt so far, a few people aren't the biggest fan of the shape. They kind of think it looks like the AEW version 1 women's title, which I don't mind that. I personally didn't like the version 1 AEW, or didn't dislike the version 1 AEW women's title. My only critique to that was, of course, that it was just a little too small, which they rectified that with Britt Baker, I believe, where she got a bigger version. So, and I think this is also fixing a big critique that a lot of people have with AEW, is AEW has too many titles. So they have the AEW men's title, they have the AEW women's, they have the TNT, the TBS, the tag titles, the 6-man titles. They are planning, from what I understand and what Tony Khan has said, they are planning on doing the AEW women's tag team title. So that's going to be another belt. Then they had the international title and the I just blanked on the name, the Continental title. Now they're just going to have this unified belt, which is nice. And I believe they retired the FTW title, which is pretty good. But yeah, I'm excited for this belt. I definitely think that if this comes to AEW Shop, it will be a day one purchase. They are releasing the TBS title on AEW Shop. I'm not too interested in that, I'm not going to lie. But if it was I think the international title was a beautiful title design as well. Hopefully they release this to AEW Shop pretty fast. It'd be nice if they were kind of like WWE in the way that usually whenever a new design drops on WWE Shop or WWE television, they have a new belt out ready to go. That'd be really nice for AEW to kind of blossom into, but I know they're a little more careful with their replicas, and AEW does produce probably the nicest replicas in the belt game. So I'm fine with waiting a little bit. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts on this. Do you like the unified title? I think it's a beautiful title belt. Let me know in the comments below. And I'm always excited to see new belts. I'm not one of these people that think companies have too many belts, because I love belts almost more than I love wrestling, which is kind of crazy to say. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are on it.